As I told you, music is part of our system and it's inside us. And it is attached to the emotions of our human body is a storehouse of emotions. And every emotion needs something to go support that emotion. And sometimes some of the emotions, like what we call the negative emotions, it goes beyond control. They're also something to curb, to bring it down. But as human, we should have all the navarasas, that is, all the emotions should be there. And here, when I'm going to train next few classes, I'm going to talk about our body energy centers, what we call as a chakras. Each chakra has few petals, and each petal is associated with some or other kind of emotions. And how music helps in either to energize not so energized emotions or to cut down the energy of the super energized. So these things through music, how to do it? So here, what I practice the Nada Anusandana method, where it is evoking sound from the chakras. So a lot of people may say that, we are not trained in the music. We don't have any training. For them also, as a wellness program, this will help, because it's like when our body becomes rigid, the doctors will say, keep doing this, keep moving your hands to make it more flexible. Same thing even with our organs, inner organs. How do you energize that? You cannot put your hand inside the mouth and do, this squeezing and then releasing. You can't do it. And these now, so music sends a neural message which is processed by the brain, triggering a single or even a flood of emotions, evoking a resonant response in the chakras, what we call it as a energy centers. Now, you listen to the second sample of music and you see what change it brings in your system. Change. It was very calming and relaxing music. Now this music has actually enhanced a small percentage of energy in your body. Actually, that has happened. There is a change has happened. Slowly, activity has started. Some small flood of emotions has just, I must say, it has awakened. And actually, when the music starts in our body, the vibration or the frequencies coming from the music actually to improve the physical health, to balance the emotional health. Okay, listening to the music and the music sound waves actually improves our physical health, balances the emotional health, and also heal mental health. It is very necessary. Now listen to the last piece of this music and see yourself how music can work on your system. Everybody put your hands up in the air now, hey now, hey now. Everybody put your hands out up and say, "Ia come party, So now when you heard this music, now you can understand that how the immediate change came into your system. I am sure you would have, like I started rocking, you might have also started rocking, and your feet started clapping along with the beats of the music. It's a fast music which actually helps the body to respond in a completely different way. From calming the music, calming music, you came to the little active, what we call it, slowly awakening the energy centers. And then once it is awakened, now you came to the full form where the energy level has gone to super, level, what I must say, which is really made you feel rock, and then even to go along and even stand up and dance. And that's what music does to our body. So coming to the next, I want you to go through the next slide. And so I want now to all of you to think about how the music would have started in our life. What way music has, became part of the main source of, or what I should say, that life. It came along with our first cry of the baby. Just listen to it. This is the way our life comes into our life, what we are today. In fact, to say in the modern terms, the first file to open in our life is the music in the form of cry. Why, what we say that, what is this actually, the cry, what way it is helping us? With that, our respiratory system starts working. The prana, inhale and exhale of the prana happens. And that this is the file, the last file to go with us. This music piece of our prana vayu coming in and going out. Now I'm talking about the prana. Prana is the vayu which we inhale and exhale. But we have got different systems in our body which has its own activities. So the vayu too, according to the necessity of the body to take that particular activity, needs the vayu much more. That particular system needs much more prana vayu. Yes, our breathing in and breathing out will always be there. It cannot stop. But some amount, some percentage of the extra vayu will actually gets modified to help the activities of this particular system. The first one is the Apana vayu. This is what activates the first thing in our system in the morning, early morning. The downward current of the energy related to the exhalation nourishes the pelvis, reproductive and eliminatory systems. What exactly this happens? We need vayu to help in the process of detox in the early morning, especially the senior citizens who have constant this constipation problem. They have difficulty in getting detox in the morning. This vayu, this kind of vayu they need this, and to enhance, there are two way we can enhance and give little more strength to this downward current of energy, Apana vayu. One is the mudra. You can see the mudra of Apana vayu where there is a symbol. This is the way. And along with that, hearing the morning ragas. We have the system of raga according to the what we call as a time theory. The whole day we have different time slots, and according to that we have got ragas. The morning ragas, in Carnatic music we can say Maya Malagala, Male Marutam, and beautiful ragam as by the name itself explains, Mala Hari. Mala, you all understand, it's a toxin. Hari is removed. Malahari. It is the, as the name says, it helps beautifully in this problem, what we face early morning. And even in Hindustani music, we have got rag like Rag Lalit, Ahir Bhairav. And to understand more clearly, the combination of Shuddha Rishabham, Antaragandharam in Carnatic music, Komal Rishabh, Shuddha Gandhar in Hindustani music. What I had told, these ragas, Ahir Bhairav, Lalit, Maya Malagola, Malahari, you can note down these ragas names and you can check for, if you are not, trained for music to understand the classical music part, you can check for film songs based on these ragas. You can check for musical instrument playing these ragas, which will help you, and you can even hum along with that, and which will enhance the energy. Doing this every day, slowly it will have an effect on your body. Next comes the Prana vayu, the upward current of energy related to the inhalation, nourishes the chest, cardiorespiratory and immune system. At present, what we are having the corona problem, the immune system has to be strong. We all agree with it. So this pranavayu is actually connected to the anahata chakra, where we have the lungs and heart. To have the energy there, we need this pranavayu. You can see the mudra too, like this. And here, the ragas, where we have strong madhyamam, that's maswar, like rag yaman, rag malkhaus, rag kalyani, hindolam. All these are very good with strong madhyamam. Like we say that malkhaus, man tarapata hari darshan ko aaj. Hindolam, Samajavaragamana. There's a movie song also in Samajavaragamana. Yes. And Yaman, Krishnani Vegane Varo. Beautiful ragam is there, is Kalyani. Kalyani, you can find there is a lot of movie songs you can find in Kalyani. So these actually, where I talk about the sharper madhyamam, that is where Yaman and Kalyani, that works more with the immune system because it works with the thymus gland. And this pranavayu helps even people who are struggling with asthma or bronchial problems. So listening to these ragas will help them to come out of, it supports whatever they are doing, cardiorespiratory problems. Coming to the third one is the Samana vayu. The horizontal current of energy expands on inhalation and softens on exhalation, nourishes the solar plexus and the digestive system. For digestion, we all know we need the Agni Tattva, that is fire element. Even when we are normally, even we need to burn fire, we need air. Without air, the fire won't burn. Similarly, for our digestion too, we need this Vayu Tattva, which is the Samana Vayu. In fact, that is why people say that after having your food, don't do any other activity for at least for nearly 45 minutes to 1 hour, because that energy is needed for the digestion of the food what we are taken in the digestive process, that is needed. And there the Samana Vayu also has to help in the activity. So here we can see the mudra is this. And the raga, we have got plenty of raga which helps in the digestion process. Along with the digestion process, when we hear, we sing, that's mainly where we say the sharper Gandhar or even the flatter Gandhar. We would say that Komal Gandhar, Shuddha Gandhar. In Carnatic music, we can say it as Sadharana Gandharam and Antara Gandharam. These prayogas always help in enhancing the Samana Vayu activity. Ragas like Mohanam, Sarika Padhasa, Sada Pagarisa, Mohanam, which is Bhopali in Hindustani music. And there is a wonderful ragam called Shri Ragam. In fact, Shri Ragam is very, very ancient ragam. And earlier days, when there was no electronic media at all, when there was a joint family, elderly women in the family, normally all of them are well trained in music. So they will sing this song when somebody is having food. In those days, all used to sit, the whole family together will sit and have the food. Somebody will actually serve the food. And that time, this elderly lady will stand outside and sing Ragam, Sri Ragam. In fact, in many of the senior citizens' home also advised that when during they are having lunch in the mess dining hall, please kindly play in Sri Ragam as a background music. Normally we have background music in hotels, we hear that. So here I advise, because this Ragam has the quality which helps with because it's a, music is what? It's a sound wave, vibration. It goes into inside us through the vibration, sound vibration only. The sound goes into, this is basic science. The sound goes into the ears, there is a vibration happens, and that vibration gets, we can understand what sound has come, and that actually vibrates inside our body. The famous song in Sri Ragam is Indaro Man Bhavulu. Very easily available. A lot of instruments you can get played in this. So that works with the Samana Vayu. Next comes the Udana Vayu. It actually, the Vayu which we need above the neck. So anything when we have to lift from the lower level to the upper level, we need a push, something to push, something energetic to push itself up. Here also, from our lower part of our body, we need the air to push the Udana Vayu little up. The energy has to be a little more higher. So that, why we need this Udana Vayu? The uppermost current of energy rises in inhalation, as I said, that it goes to the neck, head, nervous system, and endocrine system. We need Vayu for the brain cells to breathe, the senses to be activated. Everywhere we need the air. Even when they say that when the baby's first cry relates, that means there is a deprivation of oxygen in the brain cells, and that child gets some kind of problem related to the brain activity. So that's why means immediately once the umbilical cord is cut, the baby should cry. Then only the oxygen supply gets healthy to the brain. Even for us, the brain cells need good Vayu, and that's the Udana Vayu. What will we do with the music? Ragas like Hamsadhvani. Hamsadhvani is very common both in Carnatic music and Hindustani music. वातापि गणपतिं भजेहम जातो से नहीं बोलूं कन्हैया. This is where there's a strong nishad. This is Sarigapani. When we are singing itself, you see Sarigapa. There's a push to ni. Sarigapani. We can't sing Hamsadhvani Nishadam without giving this nishad. This is this push. So the Udana Vayu has to get pushed. So this is Ragam. There is another Ragam called Bilahari, what we say Ahir Bhairav. Sorry, not Ahir Bhairav, it's Alaiva Bilavar. So this Ragam, even though it has got the prayoga of the softer nishad, We need that because sometimes for the senior citizens, an immediate energetic push to the brain may not be welcome. They need a soft push. So there, ragam like Bilahari, that helps. And there is another beautiful ragam called Kuntalavarali. Sama Padanida Sa Sanida Pama Sa. I think somewhere this is what in Hindustani music is known as Khambavali. Please try to locate it. Khambavali. Any film song based on these ragas will definitely help you with Udana Vali. And you can see the mudra. This will help when you're listening to that particular song and keeping this mudra and doing the prana. Deep inhale and exhale will help with the Udana Vayu so that senior citizens do not get any ailment in connection with the brain activity. Last but not the least is the Vyana Vayu. It actually all pervading current of energy. It actually collection of all the energy by the all the previous what I mentioned. Apana Vayu. Apana Vayu, after the detox, we have good, healthy, positive. Then Prana Vayu, Samana Vayu, energy coming from the food, digested food. Udana Vayu with our brain activities, our sensory, all the other sensory, like our eyes, sense of nose, smelling, sense of taste, all other things, all that energy together comes into Vyana Vayu. It collects the energy and it flows to all parts of the body, to the limbs, hands, legs, and everywhere, and also the skin. Yeah, skin has to breathe everywhere. We need the skin to breathe. That's where is the Vyana Vayu comes. And we need the energy to be there in all over our body in equal measure. Not that your leg will get more energy or your brain will come, your hand skin will get less and the facial skin will get more energy. Not that. We need it to be proportionately distributed. And there the raga like, and you have seen the mudra. Sorry, before that I'll just say the mudra. Yes. And listening to Shankara Bharanam, which is a balanced raga. Why it is balanced? Sarihigama, same. Padhanisa. Similarly, Bilaval. Same. Shankarabharanam and Bilaval is the same. Carnatic music and Hindustani music. Beautifully. Lot of songs in Shankarabharanam and Bilaval. Movie songs, many instrument. It's also in Western music, we call it as a major scale. A lot of Sound of Music, you open that movie songs, many of them based on Bilaval, Western major scale. And one more.
Some questions that have come in the chat box.
Yeah.
One of the first questions is from Kanchana,
Yeah.
who has asked us any special music, ragas or songs that could help with insomnia, which is very common among seniors.
Yes. Insomnia, and especially with seniors, it can be, what is the root cause of that? That's what we want to understand. If it is to do with chronic diseases like diabetes or BP or thyroid or any other cardiac related problem, then that will be a client specific. So that, depending upon what is the intake of medicines you take. Because always music therapy is detoxing process. It's a natural detox. So if you have to take the medicines, if it is very strong, then music therapy may do a little support. That's all. It may be just a general, not but as much as it has to. But if that insomnia is not because of any of these reasons, it is because of overactive mind. Normally, that is what happens. That's what I took case with. Mind is all the time overactive, and they're actually sleeping, lying on the bed, and controlling our, first concentrating on our inhale, exhale, and as much as possible relaxed and calm in the mind, and keeping the hand on the heart chakra. That is where the calming has to happen to induce the sleep. And we just see that and say Om or Akara or anything. Even you want to sing any small, like lori type songs, which we say that, that also helps a lot. And there are certain ragas which also you can try out. In Carnatic music, we have like Nadanama Kriya, Neelambari, Riti Gaula. These are some of the ragas which we have. Riti Gaula, very popular. Mm. Jo Jo Rama Ananda Ghana, where even the Lord is we are helping Rag to sleep with singing this raga Jo Jo Rama. And normally I have seen many mothers choose this raga for the baby to sleep, because they say that it calms, because that has got a very beautiful combination of swaras which helps in sleeping. So there are many ragas. And if you want to have an instrument, flute is the best to help with you. Don't go by any raga or anything. Just select a flute where the music is very medium pace. It's not very fast. Medium pace. That
Any
will definitely.
suggestions in flute? Any suggestions you'd have?
Hari Prasad Chaurasia's raga. There are many one that is like Vrindavani Saranga is there. Desh is there. It's all very calming and very helpful.